Hi, I'm Catherine Pack, Senior Fellow and Deputy Director at CSIS, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Pacific Policy Pulse. I'm welcomed here today by Sir Stephen Lovegrove. He is the UK Prime Minister's Special Representative for AUKUS. Thank you, Sir Stephen, for joining us.
Catherine, thank you for having me.
So what are you doing in DC this week?
Well, as the Prime Minister's special representative, part of my role is to make sure that relationships with our key partners, the US and Australia, are kept in sort of good order, and that we are letting everybody know where we are up to in the progress that we're making with the submarines, and indeed actually on Pillar 2 projects as well, and finding out from them where they are up to and where the areas of collaboration can be maximized, where there are particular problems that need to be addressed, and making sure that the full rounded picture of AUKUS is communicated properly to decision makers, legislators, think tankers, and more broadly in the various countries. So that's why I'm here. I shall be going out to Australia fairly soon to do something similar, and obviously to find out where the various reviews of AUKUS are up to and whether or not we need to change a course on any of those aspects.
So as you think about AUKUS, one of the biggest security partnerships ever between the UK, Australia, and the United States, what do you see as one of the biggest challenges that all three nations should be focused on?
I would go further. I think it is the biggest security collaboration in the world anywhere since the original UK-US Mutual Defence Agreement of 1958. I don't think there has been anything of its similar anywhere in the world since then. And as such, it requires a whole-of-nation effort on the part of all three countries to bring it to fruition. The strategic rationale for AUKUS is clear and compelling. It's as clear and compelling today as it was. The challenge now is implementation and execution. America has a very large submarine industrial base. The UK has a very significant submarine industrial base. It's obviously not as big as the States, but it's very, very big. It's certainly the biggest part of our defence expenditure. And Australia has a big submarine industrial base, but it is not a nuclear submarine industrial base. And UK and US only run nuclear submarines. We know that in America, the rate of production needs to go up. We know that in the UK, the rate of production needs to go up. We need more of these very powerful boats in the water for longer periods of time. We do not want to have a fragile enterprise on our hands. It's too important for that. And we know that in Australia, they need to build a nuclear submarine enterprise which is capable of supporting not only its own, but also partly the UK's fleet. We will be running the same boats, and also maintaining and allowing for a forward operating base for the Americans. They've got a lot of work to be done. All three nations need to do a lot of work. The basic rationale, strategic rationale, as I say, is as clear today as it ever was. It's all about execution, implementation, and getting this stuff done as quickly as we can.
So with all the flying around that you're doing these days, what books do you have in your carry-on bag?
Right. At the moment, I have two. Both novels. The first one, The Scent of Death, by an English writer called Andrew Taylor, which is about, well, it's a story set in revolutionary America in New York, which is a great historical thriller. And the other one, which nobody will be able to read except for me, is my eldest daughter's first novel, which she has just written and given to me in draft. So I am enjoying that as well. But those are the two things I'm reading on the aeroplanes at the moment.
Well, congrats to your daughter. That's exciting.
Let's hope she's as successful as Andrew Taylor is.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Pacific Policy Pulse.
Well, it's been great to be here, and thank you for the opportunity.